All right, this season we're going to do something a little bit different, something we haven't done in the past. We're going to take on multiple projects at the same time, and you know what that's going to cause? Get ready for some Texas drama. I'll make a bet with you. I will bet you money it settles.
Wrong.
You're gonna have to show me what you're talking about putting it in the back then, because I don't understand what you want to do.
Smile. You woke up in Texas.
I'm Jim Dutton, and I've been a contractor here in the great state of Texas for over 40 years.
It ain't a good day till we tear something up. Tools make the job.
To help as many people as I possibly could, I started a radio show over 20 years ago. Now to help even more people, I'm rolling up my sleeves and hitting the road.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Oh, look how beautiful it is.
In Texas, most contractors don't have to have a license, so it's buyer beware.
And that's what you get when you hire a bootleg contractor.
You don't know what you're talking about. I've been building homes for over...
Yeah, and I've been fixing homes for over 40 years because of people like you. It doesn't work in Texas. This is Texas Home Improvement.
Previously on Texas Home Improvement.
Really, I'm actually thinking take this wall out to make the living room in here kind of more of a uniform space.
The open concept.
Yeah.
We're at the lake house today. We're putting in a seawall. Where those rocks were was where the seawall used to be. And that's how much the ground has been eroded away by the lake. Oh, it's going all right. I'm actually heading out to the lake right now. When are you coming out?
I have an issue. I won't be coming out.
What kind of issue are we talking about?
Well, I was over at Adam's house waiting on Rodney, the electrician. So while I was waiting, I thought I'd make use of my time and start pulling some more of those rocks off the fireplace. And I dropped a big one on my foot.
Hey, Brian, I hope you're sitting down, man, because we're in big trouble.
Well, I'm driving, so what we got? You need more screws, more diesel? What you got?
No, we're stuck.
Stuck on the project? What?
No, we're stuck in the lake.
Stuck in the lake? All right, so I'm stuck. I don't know what to do, so it's time to give Jim a call.
Hey, Brian.
Hey, what's going on?
Much? How's it going?
Well, it's not going great, I'll just tell you that. I'm in trouble and I need your help.
Well, I'm sitting at the office. How can I help you?
Well, we have an excavator that is sunk in the lake.
Okay.
So,
Okay, well, you're going to have to get a bigger excavator out here to literally pull it out.
here's
You
my...
literally got to be capable of picking that thing up almost. The first thing is you need to start talking with the neighbors, see if they're going to let you take a piece of equipment through there.
Okay.
Second thing is you probably better start praying it don't rain and the lakes don't rise.
Well, okay, it's already doing that. So we had a big rain last night. It's gone up about an inch, and that's one of the reasons it stalled out. So we don't have a whole lot going for us right now.
Well, get that bigger excavator out there, and you may end up even using some block and tackle or something to get it out, but really the excavator's got to be big enough to basically pluck that thing out of the ground.
Okay, well, I guess I got to do some sweet talking to my neighbors because they just got a new seawall, and now I'm about to trounce through their brand new seawall with a huge excavator.
Well, you do know how to win friends and influence people, don't you?
Well, hopefully this time it'll work even better because this is going to be a big issue. All right, I'll let you know how it goes.
All right.
All right, thank you, sir.
Yep, talk to you
All
later.
right, bye.
You know, if Brian wants to take on these projects, because I am laid up a little bit and wasn't able to go out and help him, he's gonna have to understand, you gotta get yourself out of these messes sometimes. And this one, he's got himself in a pretty good one. But hopefully, he can get a big enough piece of equipment to get himself out of this mess as well.
So it turns out Jim's daughter works for the rental company where we got the excavator. So I put a call into her and I'm waiting for her to call me back and see what kind of trouble I may be in. Hello?
Brian, I'm gonna be real with you. Your your guy is.
Well, that's what I, in what regard?
That thing's totaled for sure. So.
Yeah, they're digging it out right now.
Yeah?
They're digging around it, and they're gonna put a, I don't know what you call it, but like a pulley system, and he's got a pretty big winch. He's gonna pull it out.
Yeah, I was gonna tell you, apparently will not touch that to get it out. It's gonna have to be a you thing.
Well, we're trying to dig it out so we can get hooked onto it. Having a real issue right now because we got one day to do this. We got to get this thing out, let it sit, drain the fluids, get it started, and get it back. Or we may be looking at a totaled vehicle excavator, and that could be really bad. So some guys down the road had a Jeep with a winch, and they also have a huge truck that they use to tow 18-wheelers. So let's try that first before we start spending money. So with this huge truck, I really think this is gonna work as long as the chains will hold. I think this is gonna get it out. All right, so that didn't work, so I've got to sweet talk my neighbors into letting me take down their fence, and we have to be really careful not to mess up their yard because they just put in a brand new seawall as well.
In order to keep this job moving, we're gonna have to make sure we've got the materials on site when it's time to use them. And we're about ready to install the floors and stuff, so we need to go ahead and get those ordered and on site. So I'm gonna have Adam and Valerie go over to Floor and Decor and visit with Shelly. Shelly will take care of them. She'll get the floors they need.
Okay, so this is actually the floor that our designer had recommended.
Okay.
I didn't really like the quality of everything.
Gotcha. Looks like it's an engineered. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
This is what we found in your store, and we're open to look at other stuff, but this is kind of something we thought was very similar.
Well, I
don't know,
think
what do
it's
you
a
gotta
great
say about it?
choice. Well, this one obviously is just a plain engineered wood.
Yeah.
Not anything real exciting about it. But I like what you've chose because this one has everything this one does, but more. So I even like the fact that if you look at this sample, you've got a lot more variation and you've got some more colors in it, so it's gonna look even more real.
Yeah.
So the top of it obviously is wood, but the cool part is underneath is it's water resistant. So you get a lot more benefits with that. So also this one is a glue down, so that makes your price a lot higher. And then this one is a floating locking. So again, a lot easier on the install. So, and the cool thing about this too is that it's water resistant. So obviously you got a lot more benefits as far as putting this in. You can mop it, there's just a lot more. Where this you have to be really careful.
Okay, I know they did recommend putting wood in the kitchen, so.
And I was very resistant to it with that.
I can
with
see
this,
why.
I'm definitely a little
I can
more
see
open.
Why. But definitely, yeah. So,
Yeah.
but this is definitely a good option for kitchens.
Okay.
Love that. So, where all were you thinking about putting it?
Living room, kitchen, hallway, and then I guess laundry room.
Laundry room? Okay, well, I think you're golden then. But the cool thing about it is it's real wood. So, you know, if you ever sell the house, you still have that benefit. It's wood. And you have all the other things that go with it. So it's definitely user-friendly. But I've got another one. If you want to look at it, then you can decide if you like that one or this one, but it has the same qualities.
Okay.
All right, I get this question quite often. How much flooring do I need? 1,800 square foot house, how much do I order? 10% overage is typically what you're looking for. That allows you to have cuts and ends of walls and things like that, but it also gives you a little bit left over when the project's done in case something happens down the road.
Okay, so this one is another one this is one I was thinking about. It's got a little bit, it's more light, but it also has a little bit more variation in it. So it's got, obviously it's the same product, it's water resistant, the whole thing is just, you're looking at just a little different. You've got some different
Just a shade
color.
different.
Yeah, just your shades are a little bit. This one's gonna have a little bit more variation. You can see you have some darks and some lights, but texture's gonna be the same, and the installation's, technically it's just a different color.
Yeah, I think I'm still liking this one a lot. Wanted a little bit more warmth in the wood, and I like the narrowest.
Well, then I guess we decided on this one then.
Yeah.
Right? Okay, cool.
Okay, so next item, backsplash.
Okay,
This is what designer recommended for countertop.
okay,
This is what they recommended for the backsplash.
okay.
Obviously, it's a bit of a smaller piece, that vanilla color.
Right.
In the store,
Okay.
this is what we had actually found that we thought was a very good match.
So, but the countertop is a little bit more white and obviously has a little gray in it.
Yes.
So with this, I feel like that's a bit of a contrast. And if that's what you're looking for, that's great. But I have another thought. So what if we did this one that has some color, but brings in just a little bit of gray? It's still on the creamy side, but has just a little bit of gray to kind of marry them together. So see how that works? And then the difference in the two?
That does look nice
Yeah,
together.
that does look pretty nice.
Do you want to show her the cabinet color?
Oh
We're
yeah,
gonna
we
bring
need
out
cabinets.
something extra.
Okay, there you
Cabinet
go.
color.
Oh wow, look how
Yeah.
pretty that is.
That would actually pop real nice.
Yeah, that works nicely. I didn't think about paint color
Yep.
for cabinets. Well, obviously the colors and the lighting in your home already are going to play a big part in how this is going to look. So for if something doesn't work out and you don't decide, oh, this doesn't work with the wall color, then you have your back on this one. So which you know pretty much already works because you have your sample. So, but I would take both of them just to see what works.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you
You're welcome.
so much.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So what'd you think on the flooring?
I like it. I like what they showed us, and I'm really excited to see what it looks like in the house.
I think we should definitely go ahead and order that because I believe that flooring is one that we have to order. So
Yeah.
let's go ahead and do that. What about the backsplash?
I was surprised because I was pretty sold on the one the designer recommended, but the one that she showed us, I think, complements our countertop really well.
I was definitely a bit surprised too because I was ready to buy that the other day, and no, I'm definitely shocked with this, but very, very open to it. Let's take that home because that's a product that's kept in store.
Okay,
Take a look at it and we can make a decision.
perfect.
Okay.
So I talked to my neighbors, they gave me the okay, so all we have to do now is take down the fence and be really careful to not mess up their yard. The problem is going to be getting it through this carport. We only have about an inch of clearance. So we're laying down plywood to make sure we don't dig ruts in the yard. And at about 95 bucks a sheet, this is going to get expensive. So with the blade down, we're going to go ahead and use the jet to try to break the suction, because if you don't break that suction, it's going to create a lot more weight to lift off. So we got all the mud off the bottom, so now we're going to strap on some chains and start pulling this thing out. Well, There went the chain, so we're gonna try some straps now. Well, now one of the straps are broken. We're back to chains. So right now, the big excavator is having a little issues getting pulled into the lake, and we cannot have another excavator in there. So what we're gonna do is use the other small excavator to lean up the stuck excavator, and both are gonna pull this thing out. Well, it wasn't pretty, but they got it out. This was a heck of a distraction, but we gotta get back to work on the seawall because time's ticking.
Well, my toe's been healing up pretty good, and the doctor has given me the go-ahead to start hitting job sites again. So today, we're gonna get started on painting on Adam's house. Hopefully, we can get it all done. Well, it's painting day over at Adam's house today. So, since this is pretty much all new construction, we got all new sheetrock, everything's been redone, we're gonna go ahead and spray it. So I got my old spray rig out that I've had for over 20 years, and you can see I got stylish shorts on because it's kind of warm out, and I'm going to put this Tyvek suit on to attempt to keep as much paint off of me as possible. And you know, I don't wear safety gear a whole lot, hence I broke my toe, but I will have a mask on. I'll wear glasses and stuff to try to minimize getting the paint up my nose and in my eyes and stuff, because when you're spraying, it'll get everywhere. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start by spraying primer on. After we get done with the primer, we'll go ahead and switch over to the paint itself, and we're gonna try, we'll see how successful we are, but we're gonna try to do the whole house in a day. Now the first thing you gotta do after you get all suited up, get your paint mixed. Now we picked it up from the store a couple days ago and had it mixed up well there. Like I said, we're starting with the primer. We even had that mixed up. But even so, it's been sitting for a couple days, so it'll start to separate. And so you can use a stirring stick, or we have a little mixture here that we'll use to get this going. All right, we got the spray rig hooked up, primed, ready to go. So now we got to get fluid running through our hoses. And we'll be good to go. All right. So we got all our cleaner and all our storage stuff out of it. So we are set to go. Now we're going to start it one end of the house and just work our way across to the other end. So the biggest mistake people make with a sprayer like this is they think they can do a really wide swatch. It's really only doing about 10 inches, so you got to overlap a lot. Otherwise, you're going to have thick and thin, and that really will show up. Now, not so much on the primer as much as it will on the finish coat. The painting went well. Now it's time to really get this project moving.
Coming up on Texas Home Improvement.
We need a bigger hammer. You're gonna have to show me what you're talking about putting it in the back then, because I don't understand what you want to do. Look at all these dauber nests up in through here. That's all because it wasn't sealed properly. I'll make a bet with you. I will bet you money it settles. So today we're gonna start laying floors in the hall here because we've got carpet gonna be installed into the bedrooms. So coming back for his second appearance here on Texas Home Improvement, we're gonna have Jack laying floors today. Hey, got a question during the week? Go to our website, thipro.com, and click on the Ask Jim button. If you're looking for a great contractor, one that'll treat you fair and get the job done right, go to thipro.com and take a look at the contractors in your area that I've already checked out. Now don't forget to listen to Texas Home Improvement, your total home improvement source, every Saturday at 12 o'clock on WBAP, Sundays on KRLD. Don't forget to listen to Texas Home Improvement every Saturday and Sunday right here in Houston on News Talk 740 KTRH.
Don't forget to listen to Texas Home Improvement every Saturday right here in Austin on News Talk 1370 AM KJCE.
I left the floor and my iPad over there. I should probably go grab that.
They won't let me film them, but I'm doing it anyways. It's like 30 degrees, by the way. Hold on.
What are we gonna say?
So just say, hey, just what do you think?
Oh,
you're gonna be surprised.
I'm gonna be surprised.
I hope I didn't have the radio going. Although having Aerosmith, as a, backdrop of this show would be great, right? These guys are gonna do a good job. Not really. They're gonna screw everything up. I have no confidence. We don't get this unstuck, it could all be over. I think we're all gonna die.